You may be surprised to see Jesus as the focus of a convention of Jehovah's Witnesses,
since some do not even know that we're Christians.
In 1944, Watchtower Corporation's president, Nathan H. Knorr, instituted a very controversial new doctrine. It was decreed that blood was a sacred life force and was not to be used in any way, including blood transfusions. Thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses willingly die upholding this belief. But is it scripturally accurate? There are two instances in the Bible witnesses use as evidence to support this claim. The first being found in Genesis chapter 9 and verse 4.
Only flesh with its life, its blood, you must not eat.
This verse only mentions the eating of blood. Is a blood transfusion a fair equivalent to ingestion of blood? The next scriptures they cite are Leviticus chapter 17 and verses 12 through 14.
That is why I have said to the Israelites, none of you should eat blood, and no foreigner who is residing in your midst should eat blood. If one of the Israelites or some foreigner who is residing in your midst is hunting and catches a wild animal or a bird that may be eaten, he must pour its blood out, cover it with dust. For the life of every sort of flesh is its blood, because the life is in it. Consequently, I said to the Israelites, you must not eat the blood of any sort of flesh, because the life of every sort of flesh is its blood.
While this validates their belief that blood is a sacred life-giving force, it still only addresses the ingestion of blood. But with some added context from the last two verses of this chapter, we can see the penalty for transgressing this commandment.
If anyone, whether a native or a foreigner, eats an animal found dead or one torn by a wild animal, he must then wash his garments and bathe in water, and be unclean until the evening. Then he will be clean. But if he does not wash them and does not bathe himself, he will answer for his error.
The reference to animals that died of natural causes or that were killed by other predators infers that they were not properly bled out and were not kosher to eat. Anyone disobeying this edict was condemned to a ritual bath, the washing of robes, and was banished from the encampment for their uncleanliness until later that evening. This judgment, while harsh, is not near as severe as the most certain death Jehovah's Witnesses face in refusing a life-saving blood transfusion. So is blood's sacred nature enough to justify upholding this doctrine? There is also another major religion that reveres blood as a sacred life-giving force: Satanism. Church of Satan founder Anton LaVey explains satanic ritual sacrifice by proxy, saying, Satanists will perform these rituals from time to time, since people will inevitably wrong one another. Ancient satanic cultures practiced actual sacrifice of animals and even humans. The Satanists believed that blood, especially from newborns and children, held magical properties that would enable the energy to be heightened during rituals. Some coven believed that the infliction of sustained pain by the victim would greatly increase this energy. Jehovah's Witnesses with severe blood-related illnesses and various cancers must suffer excruciating pain until their inevitable death. Satanist Alistair Knock stated, as Satanists explore the realms of magic in the future, I am confident other workings will be devised and new ways to harness satanic energy will be found. Did the leaders of Watchtower fulfill this prediction by discovering a revolutionary new way of siphoning spiritual energy from millions of its followers through bloodless human sacrifice?